Welcome to Business Connection. I'm Liz Spencer. I have Autumn Green Animal Hospital on with me, and if you've been watching the show at all, you know how much I love guests like this. I have Rihanna Bacan, who's our practice manager, and I have Dr. Vivian Grant, who's the veterinarian owner of this. And then we have the special guest over here being a very good boy, Dutch. So thanks for joining me. This is wonderful. Tell me a little bit. Now, you're a small, privately owned hospital, and why does that make a difference when it comes to our animal care?
We're not a big corporate chain or corporation. It kind of has a nice private feel. Clients definitely come in and they feel that we're kind of a home vet. You know, we're a family to them. And their pets are important to them. They're their family members. And we feel the same way. We're a staff full of animal lovers, and we all are pet owners, so we can relate to them.
Well, I think it's important, Dr. Grant, to be able to get to know you, because I'm entrusting you with the care of my animal, whether that be someone as neat like Dutch or a cat or any of the other variety of animals you must see. Why is that important to you?
I am an integrative veterinarian, so I practice both Eastern and Western medicine. So the traditional, the vaccinations, the wellness exams, the surgeries. But Eastern is such things as acupuncture, the therapeutic laser. We have a veterinary chiropractor on staff. We have another staff member who does Reiki and animal massage. We also have, we use Young Living essential oils, which help them heal. We also have Chinese herbs available to us, as well as the Western drugs. We are a full service area, so we also have boarding and grooming and daycare as well, and just trying to provide everything to the pets.
Wow, and when you say you're integrative, what made you decide? I mean, most of us are, I'm frankly used to the traditional vet where I may see that vet once a year for a rabies shot and then, not think about giving my animal, more of a chiropractic or acupuncture, let alone myself. Why is this something that we need to think about?
My dad was diagnosed with lung cancer, and Western medicine was not providing enough pain relief for him. And I took him for acupuncture and Chinese herbs, and that made a difference in his quality of life. And I saw what it did for him, and I wanted to be able to offer that to my patients, so I went and got certified. And it's a extra tool in my toolbox I can give to help give a better quality of life, since pets are living longer nowadays. They
are living longer, just like we are. Medicine and veterinarian practice has improved so much, or maybe it's just because we have integrated them into the family. I talked to my grandparents, and the dog was would get scraps, and it was just sort of a farm animal versus Dutch here, who I'm thinking is enjoying himself and kind of feeling really comfortable and at home here on Business Connection, which is really important to me. Tell me a little bit about that customer visit. Are you taking new pets, owners, and customers now, and how do they get to meet you and get integrated in
The office visit is very detailed. It's focused on educating the clients so that they can offer the best quality care at home for their pets, recognizing signs. Dr. Grant and Dr. Kamina are both of our veterinarians on staff, and they do a fantastic job with nutrition. We carry food in our facility that does have wheat-free, gluten-free, and fish-free food, which we find is very important to them. Dr. Grant can explain a little bit better as to why that's so important.
A lot of our grains have been genetically modified, and our body's a lock and a key, and when you change the key, we can't pull the proteins into our body, and we're seeing a lot of disease from the genetic modified grains, and so we're recommending grain-free.
Well, and I think that's very interesting. I think it's very helpful, because we often ask our veterinarians what we should be feeding, because there is so much out there, and I don't know one from the other brand, and so it's something that I rely on my vet to say, help me out here.
Right.
And I often have been told that just you keep them on one variety for their entire life, and I think, well, gee, that's kind of boring. I wouldn't want to eat the same thing day after day after day. But I guess as we become wheat-free and gluten-free, it makes sense that our animals would suffer from the same.
Right, and that's why we offer it. It's a tool. We give the owners the information that they need, and not only do we sell products, but we also partner with a lot of facilities in the area, like Wet Nose, Two Bostons, and Healthy Pet, and they are fantastic resources for our clients to go to as well.
Right, well, everybody knows two Bostons.
Yeah,
they're wonderful. Now, your building is also environmentally free. So tell me why this is important to you.
I have 3 children, and I wanted to make sure I did not make a big environmental footprint on the earth, and I want an earth around for my children. So we are geothermal. We have solar tubes that, it's not solar power, but solar tubes to enhance daylight in the clinic, so we have to use less power.
And it's great having natural daylight in our facility.
I bet.
That's fantastic.
We also have VOC, we're VOC free. So a lot of glues and stuff in construction have formaldehyde, which is toxic to us and our pets. And I wanted to provide an environment. I have a daughter who's chemically sensitive, and I wanted to provide an environment for my staff and the clients and the patients that was not toxic to them as well.
Wow, you guys have really put a tremendous amount of thought into what you want to give your clients and how you want to, you're from the building to the education, and that must make you stand very much apart from your competition.
Our entire facility is designed around the pets. The office visit, we've got fold up and down tables so that way a large dog doesn't have to be put up on a table where they're uncomfortable. The vets and the techs actually come down to their level. For the smaller pets, we actually cut yoga mats to fit those tables so they're not on a cold metal table. Instead, they're on a nice squishy surface and they're not slipping around. So everything's designed for the comfort of the pet.
That's neat. And you know, we've got Dutch here as our example of a very nice dog, but you've taken exotic pets
We
too.
do, yeah.
And I, you know, not owning one, I would think I would struggle to, you know, not every vet's going to be well trained because it is so much you have to know.
Right.
So the exotic pets are the unusual ones. They're the reptiles, the snakes, the lizards, the turtles. I also see hedgehogs and ferrets.
Fish.
Some koi fish I do. I also see the birds as well, all the different species of birds, rabbits, guinea pigs, so anything that's not
Mixes
the dog
it up
and the
a little
cat.
bit.
I bet it does. Well, I think I know you provide a great deal of comfort for us pet owners because they're a family member, and especially the boarding. When I travel, I often worry about my dog, and you know, does he understand I'm going to come home? So to be able to put that pet with my vet that already have a relationship, and that you guys already have that relationship with that pet, that's awesome. So tell me a little bit about your giving back to the community. I know that's important to you. How do you do that?
It's very important. We do try really hard to stay connected to the community from supporting events such as Swedish Days and things like that and staying involved in the community. But we also are working with Ramon Nair, who is a fantastic cause-driven artist, and he does a lot with shelters. He has a project called Hearts for the Humane, and we do like to work with a lot of the shelters. Anderson Animal Shelter, he's working with a lot of other shelters right now, like Aru Bassett, and we try really hard to get that message across that these are places that need support and community support and outreach as well.
You guys seem to really enjoy your job. What's the best part of your day?
Oh, it's so great to be able to help our clients out and to help the pets out. That's very rewarding. Especially you see somebody coming in. Sometimes alternative care is a last effort for some clients, and they'll come in because nothing else has worked for them. And to see their pet who's aching or in pain come in, and then after they've had laser or they've had a chiropractic or acupuncture, they walk out wagging their tail. You could see the difference in just a matter of an hour from the time they come in to the time they leave. That's very rewarding. It makes it worthwhile.
For you, Dr. Grant?
I love interacting with the clients and the pets. Everyone's different, and it's always the challenge and the variety, and I just love what I do.
Well, thank you for doing what you do. We appreciate it. We're going to be right back with more Business Connections. Stay tuned.